What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do 2 looks, not 3, just 2, with the new Colourpop. Well, I guess, is this even still new? I feel like things aren't new after they've been out for like a week and a half in this makeup climate anymore. But this is the Party Talk Super Shock Extreme. This is the Party Talk Super Shock Extreme collection from Colourpop, and I picked this up recently because this is a new formulation from Colourpop and I was super excited to try it out because they looked real pretty on other people, and I've been really into glitter lately, and I feel like glitter is having a moment in the beauty community because there are quite a few glitter based releases coming out for summer. I'm gonna be honest, I'm here for it. I'm ready to glitter, I'm ready to shine. So I'm only doing 2 looks today because quite frankly I just don't have time to get 3 done over this weekend, and that's just that on that. I also happen to know that there is a new exciting palette on its way to me. I wanted to budget my time so I can make sure that I have time for that, because that one, oh, I'm excited. Oh, you guys are gonna love it. Just a reminder, if you missed my last video, I am starting a new series on this channel called Get Ready With Me, where we do like basically a little book club. Once a month we pick a book, we check in the middle of the month, talk about it, and then do a recap at the end of the month. I'm gonna sit down, do my makeup with whatever new pop and things I wanna play with that day, and basically give you a synopsis of the book and my thoughts on it. The first book we're reading is called A Court of Thorns and Roses, and we will be reading through chapter 23 for the first installation of this series. I'm leaving all of the information for that down below in the description if you want to take part. I am super excited about doing this. The response that I've gotten from you guys is fantastic, and I am real excited to get started. So if you want to get in on that, the information will be listed in the description. By the way, if you're not a big reader and you still want something to watch, essentially I'm just going to be telling you the story of what happens in the books, so I think it'll still be fun for you guys too, on the off chance that you're not interested in that. But most people seem to be really into it. I didn't realize how big of like readers my audience are, which is awesome because I am too, and I love that. I love that we're so similar. It's so fun. To start off today, I'm going to do some swatches of these because only doing 2 looks, we're not going to get to use every single color, and I want to make sure that you guys get a look at each one. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you don't mind taking a second, because it helps me out and I really appreciate it. And if you don't, then I feel really sad, and then I go home and I tell Matt that I'm really sad, and he's like, why the fuck are you really sad? And I'm like, because people didn't leave likes on my video this time and they just don't like me. And he's like, you really need to get over it, and he's probably right. And if you are fairly new here and you've just kind of seen me in passing from time to time and you haven't decided to subscribe yet, let me take this moment to tell you to subscribe. And I usually come up with really elaborate reasons about why you should, and mostly they're made up just to make you laugh. And I got nothing today. So just subscribe, and then next time I'll come up with a really good reason and you'll be like, wow, she was right all along. She knew. The looks that I have today for you guys are fairly simple because I wanted to showcase the glitter. And you know, honestly, I really think that a part of the big draw of glitter is that you get to look like, wow, look at that makeup, without really trying that hard. And that's kind of the beauty of the whole thing. The looks today are very simple. There are only 2 of them. We got some swatches to do though, so we got to get right into it. Let's just roll right in to the swatch portion of the video. So the Party Talk Super Shock Extreme set comes with 6 shades. They are individual, but they are like set into this box, and they're so hard to get out, but you can pull them out. I opened these up the other day when this came and I swatched them on my hand, and they swatch a little weird, but I'm gonna swatch them so you can see each color and like the base color of it anyway, because they are like a glitter and then there's like a base shadow color under it, and it's a really interesting setup because a couple of them have a base color that's so different from the glitter that's in it, and I want you guys to see what they look like even if we don't wind up using them in a look. They're almost like they took a Super Shock shadow formula and swirled it around in a pot with a pressed glitter, and then just put them together in a thing, and they're still kind of like, not, they're like, you know, cake battery still. So this one is called Party Party. Next we have Party Cloudy, which I don't understand how the hell that's the name of this one, because if anything that looks Party Sunny to me, but that's what this one looks like. And then this one is called Can't Party Wait. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a quick clip here of what these look like in natural light in the other room. Real quick, I'm just gonna take it on my point and shoot because I feel like the studio lights are blowing out the glitter a lot, and I want you guys to be able to see like the real texture of what these look like because they are very chunky glitter. So if you're not seeing that texture as much as it exists on camera here because of all the lights, it's not a good representation. So I wanna show you what it looks like both. Next we have Sorry for Partyin, and this is one of the more interesting ones when I swatched it because this has a completely blue base, but the actual glitter is like magenta, and it swatches real interestingly, as you can tell. Next is Party Plan. This one seems to be one of the more practical ones in the bunch. And finally, we've got this pink one with some orange glitter called Party Shop. Ooh, that one's vibrant. And then this is what those three look like under natural light as well. The blue one, I have questions. I'm not sure how I feel about that one, but we will see how it performs. I'm not going to place any judgments just yet. For the base of this look, I'm going to reach into a separate palette because much like the Wet n Wild video that I did this week, these are all very shimmery and glittery, and that does not an entire look make, in my opinion. So I'm actually going to dip into a palette I haven't picked up in a while. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe palette, volume 1. So I'm picking up my BH number 5 brush. It's very stained, but I promise you I did clean it up. And I'm going to go into Cocoa Taxi here, which is kind of like a yellowish neutral. Just gonna put that through my crease and start to use it as a bit of a transition. Next, I'm gonna go into this burnt orange shade Tropical on a smaller blending brush, and I'm gonna put that through the crease as well, just keeping it a little bit more concentrated. I'm gonna switch to a different brush because that one kind of sucks for the crease. I like those Real Techniques brushes a lot. I've had them forever and they have served me very well, but the crease one, not so much. I'm also gonna take a little bit of that shade and bring it down on the outer corner of my lid, right to the lash line. For the lid, I'm gonna go into the pinkish shade Party Shop. And I haven't used these on the eye yet, so I'm not sure my preferred method of actually applying them to the lid, but to begin with, I'm gonna start by going in with a flat brush. I'm picking a bunch of that up on a MAC, I think this is a 272S brush. I rubbed the label off as usual. I'm actually taking that pink and tapping it right over where I put down that matte orange because that'll blend some of the glitter over the orange shade but still keep the depth of what we put down there. So far, I'm actually really impressed with these. I like that I can put them on with a brush, which is always preferred because whenever I use my fingers, my nails get in the way. And I want to deepen that up a little bit further in the crease area, so I'm going to go into Guantanamera from the Alamar palette on a small little baby blending brush, and I'm just going to bring that into the outer corner, and whatever remains on the brush, I'm bringing it into the crease. I want to brighten up the inner corner, so I'm going to go into Can't Party Wait, which is this peachier shade over here, and I'm going to pick that up on a pencil brush. See what kind of a little inner corner pop we can get going. Ooh, she is like, that's a chunky glitter. I wonder, are these eye safe? I don't even know. That is super pretty. I don't even feel like the camera is doing these justice right now, but I am loving this. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go with the blue shades here because I said I wanted to test out that blue, and I'm gonna do the waterline with Deep End from Urban Decay. Just quickly run that color through my waterline, give this little base of like a color block situation. This is coming out very summery, which I wasn't necessarily expecting. And from the Alamar palette, I'm gonna go into the shade Veradero. This is a shade that they specifically say to use wet, so I am going to follow suit. So I'm picking it up on a Luxie 111 Mini, and I'm gonna wet it with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. I've been using the Fix Plus, the Cherry Blossom one. So good. And I'm gonna run that underneath my lower lashes. Oh, that's so nice. I forgot how much I love this palette. It's so good. I'm gonna pick up a dry blending brush and go over the edge of that just to soften out the edge. We're gonna go over it with this glittery stuff in a second, so it's not gonna be like super obvious anyway, but like why give ourselves a harsh line to work over, you know what I'm saying? On a clean Luxie 111 Mini, I'm gonna go into Sorry for Partyin and apply that over that blue. I literally just felt a hunk of glitter hit my lip. The one nice thing about glitter fallout above other types of fallout is that when you brush it away, it doesn't leave a residue behind really, so that's cool. finish off this eye look, I'm gonna go throw some lashes on, and then we will add a lip to make this all come together. Okay, I used my MAC Extended Play Perm Me Up Mascara. I used the House of Lashes Stella Luxe. I added some faux moles and a couple little freckles with my Urban Decay Brow Blade in Brunette Betty, and I finished my cheeks with the Mother of Dragons highlight palette, also from Urban Decay. And one would think that in the time that it took me to do all that, I would have decided what to put on my lips, but alas, I have not. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I've never used this combination together before, but I'm gonna do it today because I think it could be good. And I wanna bring out the pinkness because I feel like the pink is getting like blended into these orangey tones and we're losing it a little bit. So I'm gonna use the Nabla lip pencil in the color Vivid Velvet. And I'm gonna fill that with a very cool tone, pinkish, almost lavender. This is K-Dub from Kat Von D. And this is the first look. Okay, for the second look, I'm gonna keep it a little bit more neutral for two reasons. One, because some of the shades in here are very neutral and I wanna dive into those types as well so we get a good idea of what we've got going on in this little set here. Also, because after this, I'm gonna go play with my 2-year-old niece, and essentially they live on a small working farm and I'm gonna be chasing her around outside. So I'm trying to keep it just a smidgen more practical today. Just a touch. It's probably gonna still be really impractical. Who am I kidding? So to start this look off, I'm gonna go back into Cocoa Taxi on a Luxie mini tapered brush. I'm gonna start putting that through my crease, bringing a little bit of that down onto the corner as well, and a little bit on the inner corner too. This is a Sigma E86. I'm gonna go into the shade Cafecito, and I'm gonna start packing that into the more concentrated version of pretty much the exact shape that we already did. So I'm gonna put it on the outer corner, I'm gonna bring it up into the crease, but I'm gonna leave the middle of the crease open. But essentially my goal here is I'm gonna try to create a little bit of a soft spotlight effect. I'm gonna go into the shade Party Plan on a flat brush, and I'm gonna pack that over the entire open area of the lid, and also bring that over a little bit onto where I put down that brown. You know, I really like these so much more than I thought I was going to. On a smaller flat brush, I'm gonna add some more brightness right to the center. So I'm gonna go into the yellowy shade in here. This is called Party Cloudy. I'm gonna pop that in the center of the lid, getting some fallout with that one. I'm bringing that up above the crease, just to kind of create almost like a Harlequin spotlighty type shape with that. Just to make it a touch more interesting, almost like a Kim K Met Gala vibe, except a lot more tacky and glittery. I'm not really trying to do any glitter on the lower lash line on this one because I just feel like it doesn't feel necessary. So I'm just gonna go through my waterline with my Benefit Roller Eye Bright just to brighten it up. It's like a really nude pinky sort of a shade. It really does brighten your eyeballs up, I must say. And for the lower lash line, I'm gonna go into the shade Guantanamera on a BH number 7 brush, and I'm just going to sort of smoke out that lower lash line with that. And I'm bringing a little bit of that up into the crease area on the top too, just to kind of blend everything together. Okay, I went ahead and added the same lashes and the same mascara. I touched up my skin a little bit. To just glam this up a little bit, I'm gonna add a red lip. I think a matte red lip would look so nice with this neutral glitter eye. So I'm gonna pick up my favorite Fenty Stunna lip paint in the color Uncensored and wear that. And this is the second look. All right, so after doing 2 looks and using, I think, every color but one, let me take a little peeky poo in here. Yeah, the only color I didn't wind up using in a look was Party. So we did a pretty good job, even though we only did 2 looks, of covering most of the shades. And I did definitely test the ones that I was a little bit more skeptical about, which is always important. Overall, I think this this set is pretty good and it exceeded my expectations as far as the performance is concerned. I think the finish of them is beautiful on the skin. I think they're very unique. I don't own anything else quite like them at all. The shades could be a little bit more different from one another in my opinion, because most of them, although they have a different base, have a similar multi-reflective glitter in them that makes them look a little bit more similar than I would like on the lid. I think they could have just used a little bit more variety. There is a little bit of glitter fallout, so it's, you know, a little annoying, but it doesn't make as much of a mess as eyeshadow fallout generally does. And the eyeshadow like Super Shock base doesn't seem to have much fallout. It's literally just like little bits of glitter that fall onto the rest of your face, which is easier to deal with, I think, or less messy to deal with is the better way to say it, than a like blue shadow. You know, the infamous blue shadow mustache that you can get sometimes. You might want to do your base after your eyes in this circumstance. I didn't and I dealt with it, but it might just be easier if you did. The bluish shade with the pink glitter, sorry for Partyin, that is the one shade in here that I think is kind of crap. It's not that good. It doesn't really apply very evenly. The blue base I find is too different from the glitter, so it doesn't look very even. And it also just, the blue base is patchy and it's not easy to blend. Even applying it over another blue eyeshadow, it still didn't look even. It took a lot for me to blend it out and make it look a little bit more acceptable, a little bit more blended. And the pink glitter just kind of sits separately from it and it's like chunky looking. And the other ones, like the colors make sense together. So the chunkiness is like flattering to the shade underneath, but in that one, it just wasn't the case. And on top of that, it just didn't really, it just was not doing it for me. Overall, I do like this set though, and I'm always like a little bit extra excited when it truly is something that I don't own anything else like, and I do feel like this is pretty damn unique. Please don't forget to leave a like on this video if you don't mind taking a second to do that, because it really helps me out and I always appreciate it. And if you are new here, do not forget to subscribe because I would love to have you around for more videos. Like I said earlier, if you are interested in doing a little book club with us starting the first week of June, I will leave all of the information for what we are reading and how far we are reading into it in the description down below. I'm very excited to start that series with you guys. If you want to keep up with me between videos and help choose things like what book we're going to be reading for book club or what I'm going to be doing here on this channel, as well as see the other more interesting creative makeup that I like to post over on Instagram, things like this over here, go ahead and follow me on other social media. I'm at Miss Quinface pretty much everywhere you want to find me, but like I said, mostly I'm an Instagram bitch. I'm over there on Instagram, on the stories, and on my feed all the time. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you have tried these Super Shock Extremes. What did you think of them? Did you like them as much as I did? Did you find the same small issues that I did? I would love to know your experience down below. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I am grateful for every single one of you spending some time with me, and I will see you in the next one.